Hi everyone, it's another Sierra Says, and this week we are talking about another one of those hot topics that I get asked a lot about. And we covered one last week, which was I get these women and they're always asking me, like, how do I get them to call me? And so I addressed that with everyone last week. In the past, I've done other ones about the only other question that I get a whole lot is that people will say, where do you find these guys? Like, I can't find, there's no good men left, which totally makes me cringe. But, because that's so not true. You're just not aligning with them. That's your own, that's a whole nother. Anyway, I've covered that. So, today, though, one of the most relationship questions that I actually get is about people that have been dating for a little while and they want to know, how do I know when the other person is serious? How do we make that transition to, um, being really committed, Facebook status in a relationship, right? When do you have that conversation? How do you have that conversation? What are some things that you can look for in the meantime? So, I think that it should be said first off that I'm I'm a black and white person about something, so I myself like for things to be fairly defined unless we've defined that they're going to be undefined, right? So for me, I'm totally okay with it being sort of this open-ended and we're just having a good time and maybe we're not even taking it that seriously. I'm okay with that as long as that's been established. I'm not saying that this is right because I don't believe there is a right. If you watch me, you know that. But I also know that if there's this gray area, if there's this area of ambiguity, it drives me absolutely, totally bonkers. And so I am the kind of person that likes to directly confront it, have like a direct conversation. Let's just be really clear about this, right? And so I can talk to that approach, but that does not mean that that approach is for everyone. And I don't necessarily believe that that is right for everyone. So you kind of have to gauge this a little bit on your own. But there are some signs, some things that you can be looking for, right? So there's, of course, if the other person is starting to introduce you to family, friends. Again, every person is different. For me personally, I may be more likely to actually introduce you to some family than I am to my friends. It just depends. So if you start to feel like they're really starting to put you in the mix of their life, this is a good indication that your relationship is moving to the next level with this person. That they are starting to view it as moving to the next level. Now, some people will say about things, as far as, oh, they talk about future plans and, oh, one day we should go do this. And, it's April now. So in December, when I have my work Christmas party, I can't wait to take you, okay? This is well-meaning and it's not necessarily manipulative by any stretch of the imagination, but it is something that people tend to do and get carried away and should not necessarily be an indicator that your relationship has transitioned to the next level or that it may be ready for you to have that serious conversation. So more things like bringing in family and friends and having you be a part of their social life on a greater scale is a good indication that things are starting to transition. Obviously, if somebody starts talking about moving in together or looking at new places together, that should be kind of a no-brainer. But the other sort of more slight indication also is are they including you in decisions? Are they coming to you and asking your perspective on new job opportunities, or, whether they should get a cat or a dog? They want you to be a part of that process, and they want you to be a part of making the decision as to which direction do they go into. This is really significant. It means that they're shifting now from sort of a single mindset into one that is truly in relationship, whether you've had that conversation or not. Quickly, as far as to decide whether you have the actual conversation or not, is something that is entirely up to you and the person that you have been dating and are starting a partnership with. So if you already have this this foundation set up where your communication style is for the two of you to just head on directly, hey, what are you thinking about this? Hey, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I just wanted to make you aware. Hey, I've been feeling a little insecure lately. Hey, so what exactly do you see our dynamic? And so if you're already having those other really direct lines of communication, then I would absolutely say you should pursue having a direct line of communication about whether or not you are exclusive with each other, and whether or not, this is a relationship that you are both on the same page with, you are both seeing as sort of a long-term thing rather than just in the moment, let's see where this goes, it may or may not go anywhere thing. All right, those are just a couple really quick tips of the iceberg, and I hope that gives you some guidance on this pretty large topic, also one that is quite universal and largely varies for individuals. But if you would like more help, you can certainly reach out to me and direct message me at facebook.com/B+1. And as always, have a great rest of your week.